I play Doug, who's the father of 3 kids, married to Osmond Pike, but the marriage has seen better days. They're in the process of splitting up, and but for the sake of my father's 70th birthday, which happens in Scotland, we're pretending that's not the case. So we go on a road trip, we take the kids, 400 miles with kids in the back is never the easiest thing, and then we try and play Happy Families. And you can imagine it's not as easy as that might sound. So it's a story about families, it's a story about generations and kids and parents and relationships, and it's very funny, it's also very touching, and I'm really, really proud of it. Sometimes Mummy and Daddy make mistakes.
I found this child unaccompanied.
That's my son. Thank you.
Mum and Dad argue so much.
The truth is, every human being is ridiculous in their own way.
So, what was it that attracted you to the project?
I think it was Guy and Andy, their script, the work theirs that I've admired down through the years, and also meeting them, and charmed, and very keen to work with them. Billy Connolly was a huge draw for me. He's been a massive part of my life. I grew up with it, playing his audio cassettes till they wore out. I could recite the Jobby Week by heart. So the idea that I could get to work with him was very exciting.
I need a list.
A list?
Of the lies we're going to tell.
How's things with you?
They got 3 smaller stars in this as well. How was it working?
Well, they're the star of the film. We get to be on the poster, but it's all about the kids. It's what Guy and Andy, we all know from Outnumbered. It's what Guy and Andy do so well, is they allow children to be children, and you see children behaving in the way that we know children behave, but on film, and it's rare to witness that. I think they just have got a way of unlocking that, and it's wonderful.
The idea of doing a script written by Guy Jenkin and Andy Hamilton is that you've got this beautifully constructed story, and within that there are sections where it's just a total free-for-all. So most of the scenes between adults are scripted, and then most of the scenes where there's a child involved are absolutely not.
And what was it like working with the younger ones and with the...
Here they are. I don't know, they're below your shot, unfortunately, which is obviously one of the challenges of doing film with children. But they just kept us on our toes. They were basically licensed to throw anything they wanted at us, let their imaginations run riot. And obviously Guy and Andy chose the children with the most surreal, brilliant imaginations. And sometimes it was incredibly funny. And always one was just left really impressed.
Did you ever hold back because they were younger, or was it just,
No, interestingly, there are some big themes in this film, and they weren't... We had the privilege of knowing the whole story. The children were not told the whole story until they sort of needed to know as we went through. So in a way, they were going on an adventure.
Mum and Dad swear all the time.
Okay, but...
Tell that to your poxy effing C word of solicitor, you effing B word. Are you okay back there?
I am grand apart from the sand up my arse.
Well, that's just rude.